In Mandel Concert Music Center, Franz Felsermost led the Cleveland Orchestra in the revised version of Mozart's Symphony No. 40 in G minor. The Cleveland Orchestra has recorded Mozart's 40th commercially twice, with George Sell in 1967, a recording that's now on Sony, and with Christoph Lochnány in 1990 for Decca. One of the orchestra's most recent performances of Mozart 40 was at a Blossom concert called Mozart in the Meadows in July 2021, when Jane Glover was the conductor. Grit, Grace, Glory is the culminating commission of Alison Loggins Hull's 3-year tenure as the Cleveland Orchestra's Daniel R. Lewis Composer Fellow. The work summarizes her approach to that role. Throughout her artistic life, Loggins Hull has thrived on collaboration as a performing musician, as a composer, and as an educator. More than a mode of working, a collaborative instinct is integral to her creative life. Beyond the very personal give and take of working with other individual artists, her work also takes inspiration from history and social dynamics. Several of her works explore the many and nuanced meanings of being an African American in America. Much of Loggins Hull's expanding catalog of works originally resulted from her impressive career as a performing flutist. Working with Nathalie Chouat-Jean in the innovative duo Flutronics, Loggins Hull has collaborated in creating a repertoire that blurs the distinctions among classical, electronica, hip-hop, pop, and other styles, revealing an open-mindedness that continues to inform her music for more traditional concert ensembles such as the String Quartet and the Symphony Orchestra. Loggins Hull's new Cleveland Orchestra commission, Grit, Grace, Glory, is a collaboration with and a portrait of the city of Cleveland itself. She began planning for the piece as soon as she took on the role of composer fellow, immersing herself in learning not only about the musicians of the orchestra, but also about the city of Cleveland and its people. The composer worked directly with Cleveland organizations beyond the walls of Severance Music Center, including the HK School of Bandura, a traditional Ukrainian string instrument, the Fatima Family Center, Karamu House, and others. Some of Grit, Grace, Glory's actual musical material evolved from these interactions, especially via music created by students from the Cleveland School of the Arts. An interplay of shadow and light occurs within each movement. For example, as the driving mechanistic patterns of the first movement, called Steel, give way to daydreaming passages, or as in the ballet Ode, as it shifts from the chorale-like music to the rocking out of the second half. Taken as a whole, Grit, Grace, Glory paints a cityscape that celebrates variety and nuance over easy stereotyping. This gives the piece the flexibility to reverberate not just in Cleveland, but in Dallas or Detroit, Chicago or Seattle, or in the city of its co-commissioner, the Toronto Symphony. Here is Franz Felser to lead the Cleveland Orchestra in the world premiere performance of Grit, Grace, Glory by Alison Loggins Hull.
So I'm gonna start my stream, guys. I don't know how many see. I can't see my screen. Okay, I have one person, so that's cool. Look, so I'm in my garage now. I've prepared a lot of stuff. I brought one item. You know, I told you guys I was wanting to bring a guitar into the garage for a long time. This is the setup. I hope it looks a lot different than what it looked like before. Okay, this cat's really afraid to be outside, but I'm kind of forcing him. I'm like, dude, you're an Ohio cat. Come on, you can. This isn't even like the big part of winter yet. It's just the beginning. He's freaking out. So, anyways, so I brought my electric guitar out here, my one thrift item. Of course, I thrifted some dumb shit, but I need it, and I would like to share that with you in a later live stream. I mean, because here all I got is this one item, but I will test it out for you, okay? And I want to show you what I brought in here. I'm gonna remove this radio, okay? Because yes, I will be playing the piano, and when I asked you guys to rate my stream, you know, please be kind. You know, I'm not friggin' Lang, okay? I understand that, and I'm asking you to rate the quality of the video, not the quality of my playing, okay? Okay. If my other cat wants to go in, I might bring him in because he's moaning. Come on, boy. What? Are you that cold? You're that cold? You're cold? Are you cold, kitty? Are you cold? Come on. Look. Okay, so I think this guy, he'll be fine. I gotta hold him for a little bit, and I think he'll be cool. So, so I brought some new books which I thrifted out here. Actually, I don't know if you guys can see. I have a whole crate of books, okay, which I've intended to bring for the piano up at church, which the choir and everybody saw it today, and they really liked it. It's a beautiful piano. So again, you know, thanks, Jerry. And again, it's the piano that the Metropolitan Opera uses. So. It was like, it feels like a real choir now having the grand. I'm sorry, just like having it upright in a church. Like every church that I've been to, you know, wants to get a grand, you know, and so they always have upright pianos and some sort of organ, you know. But what I'm saying is the grand piano is when it's, you can truly, because you really need something that cuts through and truly has a large resonance and baritone and treble and bass to cut through with the largeness of the room. You know, that's a whole thing about the piano too. You know, you take those things into account. You know, you can't expect so this is very funny. I used to go to a lot of practice rooms and stuff. So they have practice rooms at the University of Texas at Austin, and their practice rooms are notorious for being one of the largest. I want to say it was something like 300 practice rooms, and it's like 2.5 levels. No joke. It's just a giant building of pianos. Okay, Katie, come on, you gotta chillax. Okay, and they had every kind of piano you could think of in this building to practice on. They had like every kind of upright, you know, new Yamahas, like old Yamahas, Wurlitzers. It's like no, like every free piano that was found within the last, like within the 500 miles of Texas. Texas is huge. It's like they took it for free and put it at this college. And so not only did they have those uprights, like they had like a number of Mason and Hamlins. It was crazy. It was like every door you opened to the practice room. It was like if you guys have ever played the Mortal Kombat, I believe Mortal Kombat 4. So that's when, or Mortal Kombat 5. One of those 5, 4, 5. The gameplay really changed, and they introduced this like a fighting style, but then also like a whole ton of mini games. And one of them was you could like accumulate points and open these chests, and each chest would just have like different things, you know, so sometimes nothing. And anyways, but that's what it felt like at this place. I spent a day and a half there, and I had a lot of friends that went to college there, so I was visiting them too. So it was just something else to do. And anyways, but like no joke, just for a day and a half, we were just opening a door, and then I just play on the piano for like 15 minutes, and then like walk to the next door actually, and then open that door and play on that piano for like 15 minutes. And then of course, like, so once I found like a grand piano, I think I settled on like a Mason and Hamlin, and you know, they're not all immaculate condition. They're definitely, some of them are like way in worse condition than others, I will say, like even for the grands and stuff. But anyways, I think I had like a Mason and Hamlin, and it was just fabulous. And the practice rooms were huge too. So, and what I'm saying is, they also had some other more private practice rooms, and this is what I'm getting at, is they had a Steinway Concert D and a Yamaha Concert D or whatever equivalent, the 9-foot Yamaha, in these practice rooms. And the practice rooms were literally just these long tubes, just long enough to put the piano in there. So it's like, no joke, it's like it was like an 18-wheeler trying to back up to like deliver groceries or something to get the piano in there. And that's, you open the door and that was it. Like there was no, I mean, I guess you could crawl under the legs of the piano to get to the inside of the curve to the rest of the back of the room. But essentially you just open the door and you stepped in, and it's like, again, this is like CIM, like a submarine style like practice room. And then you close the door, no joke, you can like lean your back on the door because it's so like tight. The space is so tight. So they literally made these two practice rooms like just for these two pianos, or just for two concert grand pianos. And I like that. What I'm getting at is that is an instance where I don't even know. That's a waste of money. You know, again, the piano needs to be proportionate to the room, and two grand pianos that nice next to each other inside, like again, like a shipping crate. It's like you're not going to develop. I mean, I guess you can develop some, but I'll just say, even if the room were just slightly larger, you would develop a lot more, and you'd be able to really appreciate the nuances of the piano instead of playing in this little bubble. So anyway, so I brought my oven out here. So this is the thing. I got a propane heater. It's like the weakest of all, but it's like the most efficient of all. And I'm not crazy with the heat. So the actual temperature on my porch is 5'4". It's like hovering around 5 degrees. So the temperature up here has increased substantially before. It's 46 degrees right now. And when I got here, I'm making a video, so please check out my short of like, and I like took the outside temperature and with this. And so anyways, I'm gonna say it's only getting colder now. After, definitely now the sunset. So the sunset like at 4:20 something. And let's see when it set. Anyways, it just set within the last hour is what I'm saying. It's actually setting at 4:57. So it's setting at 4:57, and let me see. Is anybody? Hold on. I was wanting to. Very good. Okay, because I don't know. It feels like my stream's crappy. Deal. It's so slow. I can't even watch it on here. That's what I'm saying. If I can't watch it on here, I know you guys can't. So anyways, this is like some stuff where you got to keep it in the exact same spot for the signal. There we go. So I got this one. This is my streaming phone going through my main router. It says I'm getting 4 bars out here. You know, and then I got this one going through the extension. Okay, I think will just live with it. This black cat, he's such a baby. Okay, I've had him since he was a kid, and I love him. But I've always wanted him to grow some balls, a little bit of balls, especially just with the cold. And this whole summer, he did not want to go outside at all. He went outside like 2 weeks from spring into summer, and then 2 weeks like right into to summer into autumn. And it was, the temperature is what I'm saying, is that's like the essential temperature when I don't have to use any air conditioning, humidifier, or dehumidifier for my pianos. And those are the only days he went out. See, he's chilling now. He was also scared of the environment. So I want to show you what I brought. If you guys followed me on Instagram and in the past, I'm a huge fan of soy milk. So here we go. I got some soy milk. I got enough supplies out here. Maybe not the propane, but I got a fresh tank in the house. So if that goes out, I'll have that heat. Anyways, I got the soy milk here. That's gonna be my beverage for the whole night, which is great. I'll just say it's great. This is the best soy milk ever. I wouldn't buy any other soy milk, like Asian soy milk. Like, it's just this Westlife soy milk, okay? And anyways, I said I brought this card out of books, which I did, but then I saw these books, and these 2 new books I got. I paid $2 for each one of these. This one's, hopefully you guys can see this. Can you guys see this? Let's see how long it takes. There's a bit of a lag. There's a lot of a lag, okay? Cool, so yeah, you guys can see this, okay? That's Irving Berlin for a long time, okay? And then I got this one. this books of the 20 right here. Okay, and I got these and then I got my favorite, one of my favorite block books is his miscellaneous book. Okay, and don't expect too much from this is what I'm saying. Or these books. I don't know any of these songs, so I just plan to mess around with them. And then I brought my clock right here, so you guys can also, let's put this my clock in frame, so you guys can see the day and the time. Come on, jump up here. Okay, cool. My white cat's chill. My white cat's been chill. This he's away, like more outgoing cat, and he has just a lot more wild instinct in him, you know. So he's my baby. So he's really cool. I love this cat. I really love this cat. I like both my cats, but you know, I've never had a cat with a personality like him. You know, every cat I've had since they were a kitten. I got him when he was like 3 years old or two and a half years old. So, anyways, what I'm saying, I brought a bag of chips out here, just a small bag of chips for my munch. I'm gonna keep this over here so you guys can see. I got this munch. I got a terribly cheap pizza. Okay, but that's what I got right here. It's like $1.17. I got some goldfish, red hot goldfish, and I got all these seasonings that I'm gonna put for on the crappy pizza. I got some extra cheese to put on there. I got apple. Okay, I brought an apple juice too. I got an apple juice. I got a pear. So I got some butter too. I forgot to bring my bread out here, but I'll probably go back in at a future point and get the butter. So I'm gonna keep this at butter actually somewhere where it's like way colder. So because I like my butter to where I can. Because sometimes I just find it way easier to just bite off the stick. Okay, I live by myself. Just bite off the stick and it's way easier. Okay, you know, I never have to clean a knife. Okay, great. So it's like that's what I like about the winter too. If I ever want to chill something or I want to drink some beers or something, you know, just put it outside and leave it outside, especially when it's windy too. That's what I'm saying. Right now it's windy, so we're getting like a really cold with a huge amount of wind. And with the wind chill earlier this morning, it was like -10. It was no joke. I went outside and in my car, my hands were freezing cold, like for like 10 minutes until my car was able to warm up. So anyways, I got some Sam's Club seasoned fries, you know, and so yeah, Eric, how are you gonna cook this? And I got a Serrano pepper, which I just bought today. So I would do more with my pizza, but that's what I got right now. I got some foil, okay. So I brought one of my favorite ovens. I have multiple ovens. So anyways, what's cool about it is like the oven, it acts like a heater. You can use it as a heater. That's what a lot of people don't see. So sometimes I use it as a heater. And what I love about it is you can so finely control the heat so that like you're getting the most efficient. Because to just have it on the max heat, I guess if it's really, really cold, that's what you want. But essentially, like when it's warm like this, even with my propane heater, like I'm probably gonna like turn it down onto the medium settings here. Is also I can really finely control both the time and the temperature, you know. And it's like I just want it on, but I don't want it like friggin' like burning, you know, like at 450 degrees. Just I want it like at like 300, 325. That's why I like this digital with the French door. So anyways, you know, I'm gonna like quote preheat my oven for a long time before I even make this pizza. You know, just let it heat up. I'll probably move my heater closer to me because I have a separate plug on the other side, is what I'm saying. So, you know, I'm gonna go plug this in right now. Okay, guys, I'm going to put it as just convection, so I'm going to use this convection feature. I always cook. It's like it's not as good as an air fryer, but essentially that's what the air fryer is. It has like a very good convection, and I'm going to put it down. See, I like this. I can use it as a timer too, and I don't want to totally burn my circuit, so I'm going to put it look at 275. It's pretty cold. So just preheat it. See, that's what I'm saying. Look, my oven turned on, and I like felt my fan over here because I also have lights on my power out in my garage isn't like amazingly great. If I start plugging in too much stuff, it's gonna pop the circuit, and then I'm gonna be in complete darkness. So, anyways, so I'm gonna flip off like one light over here. You know, I'm not essentially really using that. I could probably turn off my TV, but I'm saying I like my TV. So how's the angle? Is the angle good, guys, or no? Yeah. So I'm gonna give you that angle right now. Okay. And yeah, I see when it shakes, when it moves, when there's movement, that's what I noticed. When there's movement, the video is gonna get really crappy. But it's cool. I like it that my cats are getting in the video. They're definitely chilling. Okay, so I'm gonna clean off my piano real quick. I'm not gonna prepare any of this food just yet, okay, guys? Except for my munch. I'm gonna keep some munch over here, and I'm gonna keep the apple juice. The soy milk is for my main meal. I'm gonna put this outside. I want this to be cold. Come on, chill out, boy. You're staying here, Felix. Nope, nope, nope. Stay in here, boy. Come on. Nope, nope. You're staying in here. Nope, nope. You're staying in here. Come on. So, guys, so one thing about this black cat too, when I first moved, that's what I'm saying. I have to keep him on a cage, or always keep him an eyesight on him, because he's so dumb. Even though it's so freezing cold, he's afraid right now. He'll go run out, and he'll just run to, like, I don't know where, just the nearest dark hiding spot. And you know, luckily I got him tagged, so that helps to find him. But man, he's so fast. It's the fastest he ever moves. You know. And I kind of want him to move a little bit more, but for different reasons. So anyway, so I'm going to put this pizza up. So I can't put food outside because believe me, there's a lot of animals. I learned, like, one of the very first times, it doesn't matter when you're cooking, okay? It doesn't matter any time of the year, because I'm saying birds will also come down and eat your food. Any food I put outside, I had some chicken or whatever, I'll just say this is like the biggest thing. I marinated this chicken for like, and I was just so proud of it, because like it was a new type of marination I had never tried, and so it's both fun to do and exciting to taste, you know. And I like waited so long, you know. I waited like hours, you know, for the true marination, and then I brought my food out there, and I just left it completely uncovered on over my plate, you know. That's what I'm saying. Even if I were just to cover something, probably prevent it from happening anyways. But I was waiting either my fryer or I had like an outdoor grill thing to heat up, you know. And I went back inside. I'm no joke. I was inside my house for like 5 minutes. I came back out and all my food was gone. I was trying to cook like 6 chicken breasts too. Whatever came out there and ate it just devoured all the food. No joke. It was insane. I was like, no way. And I was just so mad and salty because I had no more food. It's like, what am I gonna eat, man? I just have like white rice. And so I think I put some soy sauce on some white rice, and that's what I ate. It's a really sad story, but, you know, anyways, it's a story. So I'm going to move this stuff right here, guys. We'll put it on my car over here, this other car. So, so this is my Civic, guys, right here is the one I'm always talking about. And I don't want to move the camera, the filming camera, because it's got like an uninterrupted signal. It's like every little like angle movement, it like moves the antenna. It's ridiculous. Same thing with this. You can't see it on my wall, but this television, I've been thrifting so many antennas and whatever, and anyways, I finally got a decent one. It seems like that's working right now. And interestingly, all this channels, I was catching these channels with 0 boost, guys, and I just turned the boost on now. I noticed it got a little bit more clear. So anyways, here we go. I'm going to try to start playing for you guys a little bit. Okay, I don't know how to turn that shit off, okay? believe me, it's like you think it's simple, but this one you can't do anything on it. And all I do, I use it on my cycling bike as a timer. And I'm never out here when this beeps. I guess so. It's supposed to be about 5 p.m. See, it's done. So, anyways, it's done. And let's see. I want to start out with some Christmas stuff again. Okay, it's Christmas time. Okay, look at this piano again. I got this piano for free, guys. This still needs so much work. These keys are dirty. Yes, okay, and I'm wearing gloves. Okay, man, look at how blurry the video got so quickly. I just want to see if I can get a better signal anywhere, guys. Okay, sorry. I'm gonna like move this one away. Okay, so yes, I'm wearing gloves. Okay. So I'm gonna take these off. Woo! No joke. It's like different. All the difference. Okay, I'm gonna take these off too because actually the glove is torn. So I'm just saying, dude, if you guys are never doing, look, I had to just shovel my driveway. This is like stuff you guys don't see. I just shoveled my driveway. I had to do so much stuff today, okay, before I could start streaming. Anyways, that's why I wear the gloves, okay? So I hope that answers a lot of people's questions, you know, just because I can tie my shoes. You know, I got to do a lot of stuff, okay, aside from just play the piano. And especially when it's this freezing cold and stuff, like I have essentially like Vaseline on all my hands. I'm telling you, that's what does it. Look, you can just wear those gloves and Vaseline on your hands, and I'm telling you that you can be outside all day versus just wearing gloves. And hands will instantly freeze. I'm telling you, that latex plus the Vaseline is the secret. So yeah, I think I had a key that was messed up. Okay, I think the pin is messed up. Make it worse. Probably shouldn't do it. Yeah, I'll just say this is not the way you do it, okay, guys? Okay, so well, something's wrong with the D. I'm gonna try to avoid it. Yeah, there you go. That's what I'm saying. The power tripped. All right. Okay, so I'm going to turn off the TV. Hopefully that helps with the power. And I turned off the fan. Actually, the fan requires a lot of power too, guys. So actually, I'm going to turn the TV back on because actually it's the fan that sucks a lot of power. Yeah, let me turn the oven back on and see if it works. Come on, Katie, relax. Okay, so my D's messed up. I haven't worked on this. Look, this piano it sits in my garage. It's been out here months, and I just moved it too. And then, anyways, I know exactly what I want to play. I just learned this song. It's one of my favorite songs, guys. Right here. I played it today. Page 48. Come on, Kitty, relax. are stuck right now, guys. So like I said, this piano, it was like the keys wouldn't even return when I first got this. Well, I gotta make sure my cat isn't trying to escape. Come on, no, Felix. Oh my god, you dumb fucking cat. Felix, come on. Okay, guys. I will be back. This cat will not stay in like I said, see, he's trying to escape my garage. So I'm going to go bring him inside. I will be back. Come on, Kitty. We're going back in, okay, Kitty? Is that okay? Kitty cat? You going back in, Kitty cat? Come on, boy. Come on. We're going in. We're going in, Kitty. We're going in. Look. Oh my god, stupid. Fuck. Okay, look guys, I tried, okay? So my cats don't like being outside, and that's cool. So they both went back inside, and the white one went back inside. This sucks, there's so many guts that are messed up. Okay, so here we go, we're gonna try again. Everything's tripping. Why is everything tripping the water? That's okay. So I cannot use my oven out here. That's what it is. Okay. Let me go turn my oven on. Okay. Whew. Here we go. We're trying again, guys. Okay. We should be fine. Okay. So when I get hungry, I'm still gonna try to play for a bit because I've just been wanting to play this piano. I've been heating my garage up for 3 hours, guys. Okay, 3 hours. I started heating this up. I even left my house for a little bit because probably it's not the safest thing. I do not recommend doing that. But I'm just saying I did leave my house just real quick. So here we go. Alright, so I'm sorry, this sucks. I really gotta work on this piano some more because this is like unacceptable. I cannot play this. So, you know, and while I was sitting here, I was thinking to myself, you know, I want to trash this piano or just give it to someone else for free and get another piano, you know, put it in my garage because this one, it fucking sucks and I hate spinets. Or you know, I have this other Yamaha. I might fix up my Yamaha and move it out here. See, that sounded terrible because look, this F sharp and D. That's like every note that I needed was gone in that passage. So, by the way, so I'm gonna bring some stuff back inside. You know, I'll probably restart my stream in there. So please join it again. I'm sorry, like I try stream every time I try to stream my garage, something goes wrong. You know, this was a lot of preparation. I've been planning for this for a long time, guys. That was the whole point of cleaning my garage, was so that I could come in here and just chill and eat. And you know, to find out that I just don't have the amperage power. You know, the thing about it is the wire going. It comes underground from in the house all the way out here, and so it's very extended. And I noticed. When I was using some really high powered appliances, that's why I do not like electric stuff. That when you put like especially a 100-foot cord on there, like you lose power. You know, and not only you lose power, it makes the circuit trip faster. So, and I even was using really high quality wire. Like my 100-foot wire was like $60 or something. It was expensive shit. So you know, plugs are not cheap. So yes, I'm gonna bring everything back out. So while I'm out here, actually, I'll test this out here. So I thrifted this, guys, and this is a hand Donner mini amp, and I have a few mini amps, but this is like the newest style mini amp. My other mini amps, they run on the 9 volts, so this one's like plugs in. But also what I like about it is those. I have 2 of them, and they both have their pluses and minuses, but the end of the story is that the quality of the sound that comes out of the amp is really crappy, and it's crappy to the point where like these notes up on the piano just prevent you from even wanting to use it to just fumble around on. So that's what I want to see with this is if it can, if it's okay. So it already had this cord too, which is pretty expensive. I paid $15 for this. So I guess it was supplied by Donner, and we're gonna try it out on this electric guitar, which is actually not mine, guys. Okay, it's one of my friends, but I've just had it for a long time, and he has other guitars way better than this. But nevertheless, I think it should work. I hope it works. We're gonna see if it works. If I can make some noises, I just want to make some noises. You know, and if so, then that's the other thing, because I want the acoustic guitar, but I've always wanted just to be able to mess around with the electric guitar too. So this is it. I guess it's nice. My video is real blurry. I'm trying to check out the video with you guys. It's black. So let's plug it in. So I'm going to plug it in first, and I'll turn on the amp. Okay. I want to get some of these loops out of this wire right here. It's definitely been like a loop insane. So we can get a little straightness out of this. I'm going to put this down for a second. I need a guitar stand, guys. I need a lot of stuff, so this is all stuff I'm trying to throw. Let's see. Yeah, so this is the pickup in here is messed up, so it's like it's broken, so I don't even know if I can get this to plug in correctly, because it's like I need to pull it out now. Now it's definitely not going in. So let me see if I don't have tools out here, guys. Maybe I need my garage. So I don't have a lot of tools, so I just have them on me all the time. I'm gonna try to figure out a way to get this out a little bit. If I can just pull it out enough to clip it on, then we can try it out. Quite unlikely, guys. Oh, almost. Okay, it's possible. Okay, you gotta. There's a little bit of force required to plug these in, man. Oh, there we go. Woo! Look at that, clipped in. Okay, so let's try it out. I'm gonna turn the distortion off. We're not gonna do anything. Everything is on negative. I'm just gonna turn it on. I'm gonna turn it on 50%. Here we go. I didn't even charge it, so. I bought this also because it was already charged, you know, so I'm lucky that it was charged. So let's see if we can get some noise. This is 50% sound. Not hearing anything. Probably because this is broken. It's probably broken. Turn this all the way up. Yeah, so this electric car, that's what I was saying. This electric car needs a lot of work. I've never done anything on it. Oh, there we go. Never mind, you guys hear that? So I have to turn the distortion on. Okay, interesting. So I don't want to kill the battery. What's wrong with this? I probably don't have enough power. I was hearing noises, guys. Here we go. There we go. I'm getting some noise. So it's probably a mixture of this instrument. There we go. So it's like cutting out. So it's cutting out, guys, for a lot of, I don't know why. But again, I have not charged it. This is exactly how I got it. And again, there's probably something wrong with the guitar too. Yeah, I don't know guitar. Okay, now I'm turning all the knobs up, all the way up, to see what they do. It sounds exactly the same, guys. I'm not hearing any distortion. You know, I hear the tone change when I change the tone of the guitar, but not on the unit. I guess there's a little distortion there. Anyways, that's the extent of my guitar skills, guys. So I'm going to charge it up. It's fine, it works. And then I'm going to try to fix the pickup on here, see what's wrong with this. Something's definitely wrong with the pickup here. Again, I've had this. This is my friend's guitar, actually. It's disgusting, and he's really fucking good on guitar too. But no joke, guys. This guitar's just been sitting with me in my house and stuff for like 10 years. It's like literally the first time it's ever been played. So you know, that's how old the strings are, if you guys are curious. And I'm interested that he still had the pickups in here, because I thought he took some stuff out. So clearly, I guess that's one of the reasons he didn't play, is because the pickup is this outlet is messed up. But like all my other junk, I really got to clean it up. So you know, be on the lookout for that. A big one is my Underwood typewriter, which again, guys, I got it for $4, and you know, it's not for me. He likes typewriters a lot, so that's kind of why I've taken up the hobby, to at least try to find them. And long story short, it's much easier to find a typewriter, excuse me, sorry, up here, just like with the pianos. Like, I can find free pianos guaranteed. I guaranteed you, I could find 2 upright pianos in better condition than this every single week for a whole year. I mean, if I was really looking hard enough and I had the means to move it. Now I'm just saying that's how many pianos there are here. So it's like literally everybody's just trying to get rid of them, you know. So I'm gonna bring this guitar back in, guys, so I can clean it up and mess around with it. But I do want to give you a better look at this unit because this is pretty, I guess, not a big unit, but like a ubiquitous unit where a lot of people have it. And I didn't see this particular design with the yellow, so look, it's Donner, okay, guys. And to show you the back, it has here's the outlet, auxiliary, and it's got headphones too, which is nice, very nice. So I'll try out the headphones too. But it's got so it's got clean. Oh, I didn't see this. So it's got a clean and slash distortion here. So I probably should have been messing with that, and that probably would have made the distortion a lot more. But it's kind of misleading because look up here. This is how you turn it on and off, is by the knobs. This main knob, and you heard like it has a click, you know, versus these just gain knobs and distortion tone knobs. You know, they don't have any click. So again, I was unable to use it until both these were turned on. So it's like this one on the left, master volume, turns the unit completely on, but it still does not make any sound until you turn this distortion volume on. I don't know, maybe it was like that because I had this on clean, and now on this distortion side it acts differently. Either way, you know, I'm really impressed with this because something else to look for on my reviews, guys, is they started making these Bluetooth amps, and they're really small. And some of them are rated really high. I mean, like 180, 120 watts for fits in the like literally smaller than this, maybe half the size of this. And I don't think they're that powerful. Maybe most reviews, everyone says they sound really nice, but then there's always a couple people that say the rating is not what their wattage is truly up to, which to me that probably makes sense because I was like, how is a thing that small making such nice sounds? So that's what I'm saying. It really depends on the speakers you're hooking it up to. You know, you got really nice, efficient speakers, or you got some crappy ass speakers versus the big or small, and if the ohm rating is correct, you know, especially if they're older speakers, because that's the thing about thrifting, guys, with at least speakers, because like I said, I've been trying to build. I have enough for a home theater out here, a home theater in my house, retro home theaters I'm talking about, and then also a regular like modern home theater that's Bluetooth and updated and shit. You gotta really look out because these old speakers, they may look nice and clean, but when you go on the back, they're all really weird wattages. You know, like back then as things were incrementing, you know, up to 100 watts essentially around there. But they're all like 14, 25 watts, 32, like, and then, you know, like one of the higher end, high wattage ones might be like 50 or 40 watts, and that's what I'm saying. So anything like that, especially the ohm rating, I'm looking for the 8. You know, anything that's like with the 4. It's like I completely avoid those speakers, so it just tells you it's going to be an old speaker. So, anyways, what I'm talking about is, like I said, I have 2 other mini amps I have not shown you guys because I didn't thrift those, but I've just had them for a long time. But they sound like ass. I'll say they're a little bit easier, more straightforward to use, in my opinion, than this. But I don't know, maybe they need some fine tuning and stuff. But they've always just distorted really easily. I mean, when I mean distorting when you don't want the distortion on the clean tone. And so, anyways, that's that. I'm gonna bring all my books back in because I'm just really disappointed at how unable, especially my favorite song, that Chipmunk song. Like I said, if you guys didn't see, I had that Chipmunk Christmas tape. So I was like, my channel's not a joke. You know, stuff I talk about is not a joke. It's just my life, my interests. You know, which are just mine. You know, whatever. You know, they're not correct or anything, or they're not like, they're just mine, my opinions, whatever. So anyways, what I'm saying is, so the Chipmunks Christmas song is like literally one of my favorite songs, and to not be able to play it on here because of with the D's and the G's and the B flat, here's like the 6, which is very disappointing. And yeah, I do really want to consider bringing out my Yamaha, moving my Yamaha out here, because then I would clear up space, because I do not use that. Right now I use it to hold a television, you know, because it's like this tall, so it holds the television. But that piano, it's missing a couple strings. That's the thing. It's just missing a couple strings, but it sounds fantastic. It's a P22 Yamaha, if you guys are curious what it is. P22, but it's been painted over all white. If you guys go look at some of my really, really old videos, when I first got it, before I broke all the strings and some of the action, I played it all the time. You know, listen to my early symphonies, my my symphonies, number 1 and 2, the Jupiter Symphony. Again, my channel is not a joke. It's multiple movements. But anyways, I recorded those on that piano. So, and then there's another piano which I don't have anymore. Is the Baldwin. I used to have a Baldwin Hamilton. They're ubiquitous too. But what I'm saying is, I still liked the piano. But I will say this: now after playing a ton of pianos, it's like the Baldwin Hamilton. It sounds. I know you guys are gonna probably like. It sounds like an Asian piano to me. Once you start playing a lot of them, maybe you have a brand new one that's really nice. I'll say like you got to look on one of my other videos because one of my friends has this. It's a like Baldwin 6000 or something like that. Baldwin 3000 or 6000, and that piano. Okay, that sounds completely different than any other upright Baldwin I've ever played. And I was trying to tune that piano again, but the girl she's one of my friends, but she's just real tight on money, and so she didn't want to pay for another tuning and stuff. So I don't know if I really want to play the piano. It's on the other side of town. So look, I'm not going to tune that piano for free. So especially because look, it's a statement of you wanting to take care of the instrument, not just me having fun on it. It's a statement that you want to take care of the instrument. So if they want to take care of the instrument and pay for it, then I want to be there and help them take care of the instrument. You know what I'm saying? So that's that. I got these chili cheese Chester's fries. They were promotional. They also have a ranch and barbecue, but I heard they sold out fast. And I also got these Goldfish Frank's Red Hots, which are okay. I mean, I prefer just the regular Goldfish or the extra cheddar ones. And those are my favorite. Like the pretzel ones, I guess are okay. But all these special flavors, I just got these for really cheap. They had these for like 50 cents at the grocery outlet. So that's why I got them. And if you know how expensive goldfish are, this is really, really cheap. 50 cents, I picked up like 8 bags for the price of one. No joke. For 50 cents, I paid $4 for 8 of them. And that's like, these are depending on which supermarket you're going in, they're really expensive. So I've never understood why goldfish are so expensive too. Like the best way, the most economical way to buy the goldfish is in those big cartons. Those big cartons used to be like, this is one of my hobbies, okay guys, it's like grocery shopping. Obviously look at all the food I got. But they used to be like $6.50, like 57. And they started hitting the $7.12, $7.15, like right after the $7. And then after COVID, and just they've been kind of fluctuating. But I've seen them like for $10 now. I'm just like, are you serious? And I've seen them for more. I've actually seen them for $12. Like literally double the price than it was just like 5 or 6 years ago. So I think that's insane. Certain food items, I'll say the majority of food items have increased, but very, very few items they have stayed. Like potatoes, they kind of went really expensive for a little bit during the summer, and then now they've kind of increased back up to $3. But right at the end of summer, there's like a surplus, a huge surplus, and they were selling 10 pounds of potatoes for like $1.99, and I'm just saying compared to earlier in the year. They're selling 5 pounds of potatoes for $5. They're paying like $1 a pound almost. So that's ridiculous, And the same thing with these Dion, actually the Envy apples. I don't know. So I've had a weird taste bud change. I've eaten apples my whole life. I don't know why. This year, and I changed all apples. I just don't find apples appetizing anymore, and I don't know why. I have no idea why, because I usually love apples. But anyways, one of my favorite apples to eat, which I was still trying to like get myself to eat, is the Envy apple, which if you guys don't know, the Envy apple is a trademarked apple that was developed in a lab, okay, in like some college lab, and then some university in Australia got a hold of it and started growing this special strain. And for the longest time, you could only get them from Australia, and they were imported. And then starting about 10 years ago, they started planting them. I think like the first one was in Washington State or something like that, but the very first Envy apple trees, and these are the farms are franchised out, because of the apple is so specific, and that's how it's become. There's so many different literally like over 1,000, easily over 1,000 different types of apples, guys, and that's what I always found so interesting about apples. And I guess you can say other fruits have a variety, but apples are also so unique too that they come in like a supremely tart variety with extremely thick skins to like chewy skins to crunchy skins to super duper sweet. You know what I'm saying? And the range of apples is so large. That's what I'm saying. That's why I've always loved them. So anyways, I'm eating pears right now because I like pears. But what I wanted to say about those envy apples when they first came out, for example, you know, some popular apples like a Pink Lady apple or Fuji. Those apples they were selling for like $1.27 a pound, $1.50. Most of you see them as like $2 a pound, okay, something like that. And then the envy apples were always like $3.50 a pound, okay. And then just starting 2 years, pretty much after COVID stopped, okay. This it actually started when Trump came in office, okay. When Trump came in office, a lot of food items immediately changed. I don't want to get into the politicalness. I'm just talking about the prices. You know what I saw about the prices. So what I'm saying is immediately when he came into office again, the prices on so many food items immediately dropped. Okay, that's the truth. They dropped. Okay, but what I'm saying is they didn't drop a lot. They just dropped a little bit, and they were still relatively high and still fluctuating, still dependent on a lot of different things. You know, just because it was cheap one week doesn't mean it's going to stay like that. So what I'm saying, the envy apples became cheap. They became the same price as like a Gala apple, Pink Lady, and a Fuji. You know, and then this is what I'm getting at. Cool. I'm glad some people are sticking around. I looked at the apples today. They wanted $4 a pound. I couldn't believe it. I was like, there's no way I'm buying that apple right now. And the thing about it, I want to tell you guys about like, you know, like food science and food agriculture, like okay, I took classes. This is like my background, you know, the medical background. Also, like my college was A&M agriculture and manufacturing. So all my classes were also related to agriculture. So that's like the interesting twist on all my classes, you know, like everything that it's like one of my classes too, even to graduate, even though like I don't do anything with it. It had nothing to do with my degree. I took like an animal science class, and it was cool. They had this cow. The cows have a number of stomachs, but they've like essentially like done surgery to where you can like literally pull this cork out and see inside its stomach. It's crazy. They had a lot of weird stuff, and I've seen a lot of weird stuff also with the VA hospital because I used to volunteer at the VA hospital for years and years. And I'm talking about like into their deep ass research that they were doing on dogs, monkeys, and rabbits and shit. And all I'm trying to say is once you get outside the realm of doing experiments on rats, like mice, like hitting dogs, rabbits, and stuff, and especially the monkeys, that is like some serious research is what I'm trying to say. No research ever reaches those levels where you're getting to do animal testing, and that's what I'm saying. That's what I was doing. That's what I was volunteering with. And so anyways, that's just really interesting. So anyways, what I'm trying to say is the nutritional science background. The thing about apples is that apples they are not same. This is with all fruits, are not necessarily all harvested at the same time, and they do so many things to keep them from ripening faster. So and apples are one of the fruits that keep the longest too. Like literally, if I were now it's the winter, I could put a whole bushel of apples in my garage. It would be good all the way till next summer. You know, as long as I nothing got into them and they stayed aerated and stuff. You can't let stuff rot and you can't let it get wet and everything. But just essentially the coldness, those apples will you'll bite into one 6 months later and it'll crunch just like when you pull it. And that's what I'm saying. Those have to be ideal temperatures. You cannot have extreme dryness, is what I'm saying, or molds and everything. But that's the apple, you know. So that's what I'm trying to say. Right now, I'm not trying to buy any apples because the supply is low, and every apple that you're buying, unless it's imported from another country, which is unlikely, it's most likely it's just very local. It's coming from somewhere in your state, very close around your state, wherever you live. That the apples are maybe some of them are fresh, but the majority of them aren't, you know. So, and that's with everything right now. So I'll just say produce, especially I noticed up here in the north, you don't see it in the south, but I noticed it when I moved up here in the north. Take produce and just produce takes a hit when winter comes, and it's just like you just see like they don't sell everything. Like there's things you're never going to see. Pineapples, you're not going to see any pineapples right now. So anyways, yeah, so that's some food science for you guys. I'm going to bring all this stuff in. It's going to take me a minute. So actually I'll live stream my phone back inside so you guys can see it outside, because it's wild outside right now. Like it just looks like I'm inside or something. But once you guys see outside, it's going to be like super snowy. So that's what I'll do first, because I'll set up my phone in there because I want to show you all the stuff I thrifted, guys. You know, I love thrifting. That's my thing. So yes, I'm gonna put my gloves back on. Okay, because Eric, why do you wear gloves on all your videos? Do you see how cold it is? It's like negative whatever. Okay, I like gained 1 degree of heat. It's 47 degrees. So I'll just say that this is very bearable, extremely bearable. I'm telling you, just okay. Well, these gloves are broken, so I guess I'm kind of screwed. Okay, so yeah, that's too bad. So one of my gloves is broken. Let me put all this stuff back in here. I'm gonna leave some books out here. I have a copy. Oh, so the books I have out here, guys, I brought a lot in because I was like, these books I don't want to leave outside. But I have a copy out here. It's a Cherny copy, but I got a newer copy of the Cherny, if you guys remember. So I use that one, and the Chopin Nocturnes, because I have multiple copies of that, and this movie theme book. But everything else I'm bringing in. I used to have a couple list pieces out here, but I don't keep them out here anymore because I only have 1 copies of those, and I was like, look, I don't. What I found out is like sometimes animals get into here, and what they do is they rip up the cardboard, and they find it's crazy. Now I know all the things that they do, but I try to prevent the waste. But like 1 year I had this, I don't know what animal it was, but it went under my lawnmower because look, my lawnmower is not moving for a few months, and it brought like all this cardboard and shoved it under there, and then it took like it was cool. I mean, I was really amazed. It took the plastic bags and like had it all intertwined with all this stuff to make a home under the deck of my lawnmower, and I'm glad that's all it was, because sometimes I'll just say like if squirrels get in here, like squirrels will like screw up your car and stuff is what I'm saying. So I have 1 glove, and so I brought another TV, but I have this TV out here because and they don't make these anymore. This TV has a DVD player in it, guys. Isn't that cool? And I have the remote. I don't have the remote here, but I have a remote that works for it, an Insignia. So yeah, that's all I'm trying to say is like, they really don't be making stuff like this anymore at all. Everything, you know, yeah, it's not wireless, but I'm just saying I love that it has the DVD player in it. And it doesn't. I'll just say it doesn't work right away. You have to like warm it up, but it does work after you mess around with a lot. So while I take this down too, because you guys are I'm gonna take the camera off. I want to show you the stand that I got. And this is fine. It's like this is what I've been needing for years. This is the absolute stand. I can collapse it. One, it's really tall, and I can angle the camera essentially any angle I want. Okay, and then 2, it collapses to be very, very small, and it's sturdy. I pay $7 for this stand, and they have so many stands actually all the time. Like especially for cameras is what I'm saying. Like camera stands and tripods. But the thing is it's just like I need the ones for the phone, is what I'm saying. So all those, if you look, they have a thing on the base that to screw in, and that's because it's made for cameras and stuff. And nobody's using cameras anymore with the phones. I mean, I guess the people that are using cameras are very, very serious, like photographers. But I'm just saying, the average person, even like me, you know, I'm not going around with a camera and even a digital camera with a card. It's just like I use my phone. So that's that. I'm going to continue with this Best of Christmas book because this is what I wanted to play inside. Let me see. I'm taking this in because I'm going to fix this guitar now. So I'm going to clean it. Well, there's so much shit to do, and I'm packed. I'm tuning like 8 pianos next week, so I'm just like, this is Christmas, and no joke, I turned down a job today, guys. It's like that never happens, and it was just like, look, I'm too busy already. And she was just way too far away to where I would have to dedicate my whole day to just going to her. And right now, like I said, people are trying to get their pianos tuned like crazy because it's the holidays, especially at Christmas. I'm telling you, everybody is trying to get their piano tuned, and I'll just say this job like tuning. It's like a seasonal type of job. You know what I'm saying? And I guess you can get some steady aspects, but I'm just saying it's definitely during the holiday season, everybody's trying to get their piano tuned, is all I'm trying to say. This. Wish I had another glove, guys, because I'm telling you, that's what protects your hands from this weather. Okay, well, at least I got my ear mitts. So I'm going to take the phone off. I am going to, I'm only going to take the stand on the phone. It's like I've learned my lesson, especially in the snow. You can't bring 1,000 things at one time. So look, I hope you guys can see this. Wait for the view to even up a little bit. This is the other angle that you guys aren't seeing. So this is the stand I'm talking about, guys. Look, I want to show you how it breaks up. I love it that each section, it's like, look, it doesn't have to just be one section. I can custom do it to any height I want. I can adjust this part around, and it's got the camera stand, and this works for cameras is what I'm saying. This phone thing is, the phone attachment is like a camera attachment that turns into a phone. So anyways, you see that? And then like this unscrews right here, and then screws back nice and tight. And these are some things that you're always seeing. That I don't know what this is at the bottom. I'm gonna make sure it's a little bit tighter. So I don't know necessarily. Yeah, sorry, I didn't know. Sorry, what I was saying is I didn't know what that was, but what I'm saying is a lot of these tripods, they'll sell the tripods and the feet are messed up, and it's like there's no point in having a tripod if the feet are messed up. So here we go, guys. We're gonna go outside. I'm gonna set this back up inside my house. So this is my piano that I've been talking about, guys. So I want to show you this real quick too. This is that metal stand I'm talking about. Okay. I know stuff gets blurry, so I'm going to hold the camera still for a second. And see, I tested it. That's the thing. I'm going to hang it up on my wall, and I'm going to hang books. And those guitar magazines, I'm going to throw some of those out here too. And I got just a lot of bullshit to hang up around the piano, you know. And then on the other side, I'm going to do tools and stuff. So here's my Civic. Now, since we're out here, if you guys want to see it, now I'll show you guys. Look, here. So this is what I'm talking about. I got the transmission disconnected. Okay, and you can see, like, if I were to move this motor mount right here, I'm saying I have to move it to pull it out. But what I'm saying is all this unit, like it's like the EGK unit or something, and a lot of the radiator pump has to be removed, and then you can pull it out the top. Or you remove the K-frame, which you guys are going to see. It's just I've removed everything already, and it's just all rusted to where I just have to saw it out, and I just need a new K-frame. So this is what I'm asking for help for, and also donation for K-frames, parts to my car. It's got 170 or maybe about 180,000 miles on it. Yeah, that's it. I put a cool air intake, an eBay cool air intake on there, which made, okay, when I put that eBay cooler intake on here, yeah, like you could really hear the car when you're revving it and stuff, but it made my gas mileage literally drop like 8 miles per tank or per gallon. So, but I didn't care, because with that huge drop, I'm still getting like 32, 33 gallons. I was getting like 40 plus. Even in the city, I was getting 40 miles per gallon in this car. And that's what I'm talking. That's why I want to get this car working, because this car is made for cities, and it's made for the slow ice driving. You know, if you have any vehicle that's big, like I'll just talk about like my Mazda. I'll just say it's a little bit, maybe a more poor example, but anything other, I'm saying like an Escalade Suburban and stuff, you're just burning gas sitting and going 20 miles an hour at the engine's lowest torque settings, you know, just burning. That's what I'm saying. That Mazda is made to be going on highways and at a fast speed for a long time. It's not made to be idling like at 1,000 RPM every fucking 15 feet. You know, and I'm telling you, that's why that car, I got it way better. I know how to drive in the snow and whatever. But at its worst, that car, on a full tank of gas, okay, 16 gallons of gas, I got like 190 miles. Normally, okay, the highest I've ever gotten this car, like when I first got it, and I ran it dry, I got like 360 miles for the tank. Okay, on average now, I get 310 to 320. So, anyways, I'm just saying that's what it is. So that's what happens. And so here's my food again, and I'm gonna come back for that stuff. So we're gonna go outside. Here are my bikes. Here's my moped. I'm just saying this is. Actually, I use my moped in the winter. So what I'm trying to do right now is I have another set of tires, and I put nail studs in them. And the thing about it is, I tried to do it. The clearance is really hard. I'll say especially with the side chain right here, it's really hard to have those in store all there, and so I don't have it, but I still ride this thing out in the snow. It's really hard. It's really fun. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna go outside. The signal should get better as I come outside, guys. So, because this is coming closer to my house. Okay, so you can see how dark it is already. It's pitch dark already. Okay. Hold on, this door is hard to close. Okay, so look at that. This is what I'm talking about. You see all this shit? This is all the shit that I was shoveling earlier. I'm just saying this took forever, guys. And that, no joke, my deck here. This is just as crazy too. To constantly do this, and this is what I'm saying. This gets 75% light all the time, and so it's just like constantly like you guys didn't see it. Like all this other bullshit I don't stream about. Like what do? I had to ghetto rig this broom, and I was so pissed because that broom is brand new. No joke, I used it like 3 strokes and it broke, and that's why you see this shit all fucking ghetto taped together. But anyways, it works, and I extended the arm, so it's like I sweep. So yeah, we're inside. Okay, I got some bread. I got to close my blinds. It's cool. That means this is exactly an hour. And so here we're at. This is the angle you guys are always seeing right here. So let me get set up. So I'm just telling you guys what's going to happen when I come back. I'm not going to immediately play. I want to show you all the stuff I thrifted. I'm going to get my oven going again inside because it won't pop the starters to my house. I'm going to get my food cooking, and while it's cooking, I'm going to show you guys my thrift. Man, I got some baller fucking thrifts. Excuse the language. I'm just saying, I hope you guys don't take offense to that because I'm not telling you. It's like a euphemism, you know, and I don't see any other word in the English language that gives you the same punch or meaning or adjective that the words that I use give, you know, and you know, if the heart or the root of the meaning of the stuff coming out of my mouth was truly meant to be bad, then it would sound bad, but it doesn't mean, because I'm not using any of those words in this context. The semantics that I use these words is non-offensive. So that's my oven beeping. Like I said, there's just always stuff going on, and this is how I chill out too. It's like, yeah, I want to just stream, chill out, and talk. This is like my dead time. But I'm telling you, like all today, I'm just running around like a retard. Okay, and that beeping is getting really annoying. But here we go. That's my angle. So let me put some music on too for you guys, because I like to just have music on while I'm gonna take this other glove off. So again, so I'm not gonna be outside for too long, so I will take the gloves off. But Eric, why were you wearing gloves? Look, because I fucking work on shit. And I clean shit, and it's cold as shit. It's extremely dry. And when I don't do that, my nails and my hands start cracking. So that's why I wear the gloves. You know, and when it's really cold, I put another glove on outside of that. Okay, I'm gonna turn my oven off. That was really annoying. Here we go. Let me get some music going for you guys, okay? I'll write it in the notes what's happening. Because I noticed some people, they want to tune in to hear music or just practice, or some people want to tune in for my thrifting stuff. So this is my private playlist. You know, honestly, I haven't been adding to this playlist for a long time. I have a couple 400 songs about. But every video in here is pretty old. Let's see. I'm gonna get something going for you. Okay, here we go. Here's something interesting. right, here we go, guys. I'm gonna get on with my thrift, and I'll just say, look, I already know because I played this song. They're gonna like mute it out my stream and stuff. I'm gonna get probably a claim or whatever, which is cool. I'm not complaining about that. My issue is just like if you're being like individuals who are lower than my left foot, the Eagles band, then you know, you should do that before you just copyright strike people. So I brought my music back in, brought my clock back in. So there's actually something in here I wanted to show you. So I'm going to try to get on, because I know I usually talk a lot, guys, and ramble on. But today I want to get through stuff, and I'm hungry. I've not eaten yet. So I do have one thrift find, which is in here. In this basket is what I mean. I don't know why my records have been falling off the wall lately, but they have. So I thrifted this a few days ago. This is so I gotta pull some stuff out. I believe that's everything. So this is essentially I bring this. This is like the music that's of most interest to me at the moment. I bring it around in a milk crate or whatever, and I really like this because it's super sturdy. I can hold my stuff, and it's got handles on all four sides. So, but as far as the thrifting now, look, here we go. Now you guys didn't see, I didn't show you this, but I have a lot of like old, slightly new desktop computers, and they all have a different amount of parts, some a lot more than others and some like nothing. But here, I got some Cooler Master. These are 120 millimeter Cooler Master fans, but they only wanted $5, and these are like some nice ones. So I'm gonna definitely put these in. You can tell they're even nice too, is because also they're newer, is because of the cord type, the way the cord is wrapped is nice. So anyways, yeah, these are nice big fans. That's part of the whole retro setup is too, is also to have the computer also there. So this is one thing. That's my first thrift. Okay, I got that a long time ago, actually, guys. And I'm really thirsty, guys. So I'm gonna put this here, this other thrift. That's the Donner amp. Here, let me show you one of my other mini amps real quick, just while I'm thinking about it. So this is what I'm talking about. I got this PV little amp, and you see this. I like it because this is also like older, and it's like honestly solid. Look at that. It's like made out of. It's like a real amp, but it just sounds real crappy. You know. Nevertheless, I like having it on my piano. Just just like as a miniature replica of a real amp. You know, to just have it on the piano like a figurine. So my other amp is somewhere else, guys. Sorry. Pull out this stuff. Let me throw this away. Some apple juice right here. That was it. So I'm gonna let you guys see what these red hot goldfish look like. They look like regular goldfish. They are lightweight, kind of spicy. So. Okay. Here we go. Now with my movie. We're gonna start with some movies, guys. Okay. I'm gonna move my music cart down here. I'm still going through that. I think I showed you guys this. Land Before Time 6. So it was rated, I forget on which rating, this website, but they rated it like 5.1 out of 10. And I would have given it a 6. It's definitely not one of the best ones. I don't remember any of the songs. But I did like it. I did like the movie. Okay, I really liked the movie. I liked the story. And I'm not quite sure if it's the beginning of the tape or whatever, but like the beginning of the tape was like having a lot of blur. But then like I guess that, like I said, the Sony VCR which I got is like one of the top 190 micron heads with the fast rewind, and it's got like the digital tracking. So I mean, it cleared up. It looked like, I'm telling you, the tapes I've been watching on this Sony, they look amazing. Because I have some just cheap ass like Sylvania, other VCRs, even a Toshiba, just a cheap Toshiba is not as good as this Sony 19 micron head. Anyways, I just watched this $1. I'll probably watch it again, but not anytime soon. Now, let's see. Yeah, we'll do the movies. So the movies I got are not really that great or anything. So anyways, but I just want to show them to you. So I believe I have a copy of this. I got a copy of Star Wars Episode 1 Phantom Menace. Like, I mean, that's what I'm saying. These are just like ubiquitous, truthfully almost. But the quality is really good. And I'm just saying I have it already, but my tape or the case, one of them is just in really poor condition. And look at this. This came from Half Price Books. They wanted $7.50 for this. I bet you this is when it's Half Price Books. They always have this cart outside of the store, and it's like usually like 2 or 3 carts of the crappiest books, which they just are really just trying to sell or it just entice you to come into the store. And there's usually, I've never bought anything from any of the carts. I've looked at them every time, but I've never in my life have I bought anything from those carts, because I've never found anything worth musical or autobiographical or historical. All they got in there is like love novels all the time, and then maybe they'll have some like Twilight series, something like that, something dumb that some like tween would want to read. Not me. So anyways, they also had this Attack of the Clones, and so when it comes, these are both classic. Okay, I saw Star Wars Episode 1 Phantom Menace, by the way, on the very first day it fucking came out in movie theaters, dude. I stood in line for 4 fucking hours. My sister, she wrote a note to my school so that I could get out early and stand in line for this movie. And that's what I did. I got out early. I got out like at 1 p.m. And I couldn't drive at the time. She drove us, and we drove up to the movie theater. And I stood at the movie theater from like 3:30. I remember telling myself, I was like laughing at all my friends. I was like, man, because I had some other people. Some other people went, but I'm just saying the majority of people didn't. Okay, that's the truth. And anyways, but I was like, man, they're just getting out of school, and I was already standing in line. I was like that, just so stoked about that I was like 2 hours in advance. Okay, and then I waited like 4 hours, and the showing was like at 7:30 or something like that. And dude, it was so crazy, dude. I'm telling you, this was before cosplay was big, and they had like Darth Mauls dressed up, and they were fighting, and they had, everything. It looked so real. And then when the movie started, and the thing, like the theater went absolutely effing wild. I'll never forget that, because I'm just saying movies are not like this nowadays, and it's just not like that on the very first days. No movie in the last 10 years has been like that, in my opinion. So not like this. Okay. So anyways, what I'm getting at, so aside from the Episode 1 opening day, now I saw this on the first day. It came out in movie theaters too. It wasn't as big. It was still big. But what I was saying, when it comes to the movies, I like this one the most. Attack of the Clones. When it comes to like the first 3 or whatever, this one, it's like the first Lord of the Rings, And I'm sorry, I'm going to kill it for you if you've never seen Lord of the Rings, but if you haven't, then you really should watch them. Okay, so you should at least just know it by now. Anyways, but the very first movie, it goes on and on and on, especially if you're watching the 4-hour extended edition. It ends with them just like coming up to the beginning of the story of them coming in, and then the movie ends. And I was so pissed, again, because I saw I saw every Lord of the Rings movie the very first day they came out too. And so anyways, I remember that was my feeling at the very end of the first Lord of the Rings movie. I was like so into it that I did not realize how long the movie was. And then I was just so let down at the end that it just ended with like them coming above, and then you just see like Sauron's eye in the distance and stuff. But anyways, what I'm saying, for these movies, it's Attack of the Clones. This is this is my favorite Star Wars movie when it comes to like the rebirth of these trilogies, and just truthfully, also the newest Star Wars, they're still good, but they were not as good as these. These like the new ones with like Rey and stuff. It's almost like a retelling of the same exact story. You know, all the events are the same, just the scenery's different, if that makes sense. So and the characters are different, but all the story is the same. So, anyways, that's my and that's my feeling about those movies, and that's because Disney bought it over, and they're just trying to remake a movie, call it a different episode for a new generation that has never heard of this movie. Because face it, now in the '70s, a movie that came out in the '70s, that's like more than half a century old. So that's Star Wars for you. Okay, so anyways, I got this Mary-Kate and Ashley Christmas party, so I'm trying to collect all the Mary-Kate and Ashley tapes. And the reason is you're like, oh really, Eric? Why? Well, one, because I'm the same age as them. I'm born the same year as them, so it's just I've always followed their lives, and it's like a parallel thing. But likewise, look, I got this tape for 99 cents. They have tapes. Just go look this tape, Mary-Kate Christmas special. Like the cheapest you can find this, like with shipping, is like $8 or $9. Okay, and some people want $20 for that. So that's what I'm saying. All Mary-Kate and Ashley VHS are really expensive, guys. So I have both these movies already, but I just wanted them because these are sealed now. And they're worth a little bit more because they're sealed, but what I'm saying is you can still just go all over eBay and whatever marketplace and find sealed copies of these. So I'm just saying, I have copies of these movies already open, but I'm just saving these for myself so that I can have sealed copies for myself. So this is Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers, and then I got Harry Potter Chamber of Secrets is the very first one. I got these for 99 cents. I'm just saying, go look at these for the sealed price, and you'll see that they are a little bit more. They're just say way more expensive than what I paid. So, anyways, here we go. I'm gonna line my movies up. We got Attack of the Clones in the first because that's the best one, and then we got Lord of the Rings sealed and Harry Potter. So they had some other Harry Potter stuff, but I just wanted the sealed ones. So here, I've wanted this one for a long time too. I bought this full price. Just finally, it's got all 4 DVDs, 4 discs DVDs for $3 of all these cartoons. If you guys know, like I love classic cartoons, so like Mighty Mouse and all those stuff. The Three Stooges, like Woody Woodpecker, Felix the Cat, Popeye. Betty Boop. I love Betty Boop, by the way, guys. So anyways, but yeah, that's what this is. Look, and all these discs, I love these old cartoons, man. So, and these are like way before my time, but the thing is they still showed these on TV. That's what I'm saying. So I was always used to watching them. So put this in front right here. My 150 cartoons. Okay. Now we're gonna move on. Now, I also like, this is kind of not an impulse buy, but I bought it just because. So I'm Vietnamese and I can't speak Vietnamese, and I'm just gonna leave it like that. So I've been trying my whole life to try to speak Vietnamese, and I found this book. It's not my first Vietnamese book, but they're all different. I'm saying I liked how this was a format. One, it came with 2 CDs. I have the Pimsleur Vietnamese, by the way, so that's one of them. But it came with this book too, and this is kind of all the stuff that I really need to understand the Vietnamese. I'm just saying this breaks it down exactly what I needed. I'm just saying Pimsleur doesn't do this, and this other book which I have is just way too confusing. And this one I like it. I skimmed through it and I love it. And it's got 2 CDs, so I'm hoping that this will jumpstart my bilingualness because I only speak one language. And that's why I say my channel is not a joke. English is the language of my channel. Okay? So, man, so this is fucking killer now. I got a Levitron for $4. Like, they wanted $3.99. If you guys don't know what a Levitron was, this used to be in the Discovery store, and it was a floating top. And I'm gonna live stream this because I used to have a Levitron, and it got given away. I'll just say it got given away. When I went to college, I came back home and like all my stuff was given away. So anyways, I'll leave it like that, including my Super Nintendo with the box, and like I'm not even gonna get in. Well, anyways, I lost a lot of stuff because my mom just gave it away. But the Levitron, this thing was expensive. It was like $120 for the Pro version, and this is the Platinum edition, means the highest end version. So this was like I remember the Platinum or whatever, it probably came out later. But I'm just saying, even now, if you go look how much a Levitron is, I'm probably sure you're not paying $4 for it. This is essentially brand new. It's never, or it has all the pieces is what I'm saying. It has the booklet, it has the base, and it has the weights. And I'm just saying, this thing takes forever to get balanced, but that's what I want to live stream. And then you guys can see me live stream this balance because I've done it multiple times. So anyways, this is definitely like just a different, you'll see me use this Levitron here. And then once I get it levitating, see how magnetic it is already? I don't know if you can see. So there are these wedges put on the bottom and you have to balance it. And then once it's balanced, you can put cups through it and everything. It's really cool. I like it. And I timed it too. Oh, so this is cool. I didn't even notice that this has a CD or DVD. Is it a DVD? This is a video CD. Instructional video CD. Interesting. So is this a video CD or just an MPEG? Okay, I don't know if this is a video CD or MPEG, but if they gave a video CD, that's kind of interesting. Because this is before DVDs came out, guys, when this came out. So anyways, when the Discovery Store and malls were a thing that you used to do with your family and go, especially during Christmas, you know, people would go. People don't do this shit anymore. I would just go hang out at the Discovery Store and they had this and like, took forever, but I'd usually be able to get it after like 20 or 30 minutes to float in the store. You know, and everyone's always really impressed with it. They always have a lot of other weird things too that like only very few people could ever do, like the puzzles or were really good at. And so when people were like really good at solving those puzzles or whatever, everyone was always watching, you know. And so anyways, that's what I'm saying. That's what you don't see anymore in the stores anymore. So anyways, yeah, I got a Levitron and these things are so cool. Again, I'm gonna live stream the Levitron of me trying to get it. And no guarantee that I can even get it, okay? It's that hard. So now this is kind of something random, and I walked around on it a lot. Ultimately, you know, look, it needs some cleaning, but I'll tell you the reasons why I bought it. Okay, it's $2.50, full price, okay? So I already have a fishing pole, and you know, something I do on if you saw earlier in my stream, I have 3 bikes in there. One of them is motorized, one of them is just like just a regular bike, and then another one is like I put a basket on it, and it's like totally for all terrain, like to be able to use like as an all terrain vehicle, and I have lights and turn signals and everything on that thing. So anyways, I use it to go fishing as well, and so the thing about fishing tackle boxes is they're all nice, but a lot of them are real big. I'm limited on space. So once I realized that, because most tackle boxes when you open them, and I'll just say I prefer one that has like at least 2 tiers, but you go look at some. They want like $60, $70, and you open it up, there 4 tiers, but those are also really big. They're the size of toolboxes, and I need something that can fit in the back of my bicycle basket, also with my pole and whatever other stuff I'm trying to bring, right? So that's why I like this. So I got it because one, yeah, it is dirty, but it doesn't stink. Okay, if it stank and smelled all fishy, I would have not gotten it. But it even just smells like. It smells like tools, like new tools, you know, like a toolbox, like it's just been held in a toolbox. So it's clean, and see, it just only has 1 tray, is what I'm saying. It doesn't even have those folding out trays. But like I said, I'm not trying to do insane fishing, and this is just like for fishing, just for fun. I'm not trying to do serious fishing. So it works for me because this is exactly what I need. And then it's also got these 2 little side things, which I thought was just awesome. So I'm going to clean it up, and this is going to be my fishing tackle box. I got a fishing pole, and you know, later in the summer, I'll live stream that too. You guys can go fishing, you know, fishing with me, see if I catch anything. So I'll put this back here. I'm gonna close my blind all the way. So I'm cooking some food right now. I'm gonna go check on it. I'm slow baking it. Okay, it's nowhere to be ready yet. It's still raw, but yeah, I'm eating them. I'm hungry. So, whew, that's hot. Okay, moving on. Now this is fucking killer too. I paid $5 for this, okay? And these are 12-inch millimeter. Now they're just all, the color of the tape is black, but it's for those programmable label makers. And if you just go see how much these are on Amazon, man, I got this for a steal. Okay? And I got 4 of them, and it's for the P-Touch, 12 millimeter black. You're like, Eric, so do you even have a label maker? Yes, I do have a label maker. I thrifted one. I thrifted the top end P-Touch label maker for $4. So let me show you. And yes, I do and will use this. So here, look at that. Isn't that amazing? And it had ink in there. It works. It's got a 12-inch cartridge in there. So I'm just saying, I'm set. I just got to replace my battery because at first I didn't really want to use this too much yet because I didn't have these cartridges yet. And that's what I'm saying. I was willing to wait because I knew they were going to have more of these cartridges just come up. You know, they have so much random stuff. Like I'm telling you, like this store is like not like a Goodwill at all. Like you would never find these things at Goodwill. So anyways, what I'm saying is that once I saw that they had these, I was like, man, if they had a pack of 4 of these, there's bound to be another pack that they were trying to sell for $5 again. And anyways, I did not find that, so maybe this indeed was the only one, but I picked it up. So there we go. I'm gonna, I guess put it like that. Put it like that. So my next thing, if you guys know, I showed you CDRs, my DVDs and stuff. Here's the thing, I'm not really into Blu-rays. I mean, and I got a Blu-ray player. I do have a few Blu-rays, but more often than not, all the material that I want to accumulate is the DVD. And a lot of the stuff on the Blu-ray, they just upscaled that stuff to Blu-ray, but charge you a lot more. So what I'm saying is the DVD copy is exactly the same as what you're getting. So anyways, but the CDRWs, like I told you, I got like a bunch of magazines or not magazines, a bunch of those cases to hold stuff. So anyways, I got this laser. I have 2 of these laser lines. My mom gave them away. Okay, they hold 48 DVDs or CDs, and I got this for $2.50. I remember I paid like $12 for these back in the day. And this is a nice one because you actually clip your CDs in. It's not like a slip. You know what I'm saying? And you could just not. They don't make these anymore. So anyways, I'm going to do something with this one. Probably something similar because that's what I'm saying. I like to have different. It's like I said, having a DVD player or CD player changer that holds 300 CDs is cool if you have less than 300 CDs. The second you get more than that, then you really want to start organizing your stuff in smaller chunks. And that's what I'm saying. So it's like I'll fill up like this whole thing with like Simpsons or something, or all cartoon DVDs of like I said, like the one I have right here. So it's 4 discs. You know, I'll put this whole thing like that. So anyways, that's what this is for. Put these in the background so you can see. Okay, so I got another CD case too, and I've never had this case, but I just thought it was cool. I paid $3 for this one. Okay, now it holds 24 discs, I think, and it opens 2 ways. It's like it holds like, or 22 discs or something. It holds like here, and then you clip that thing, and you open this other clip, and your other CDs are on this other half or on the other side. You know what I'm saying? So I like that it's so heavy duty. I mean, that is exactly what I'm looking for in CD cases. So, and I don't know, I might use this in my car. Just I like the way it looks. I was thinking about doing my CDRWs and all on like one side, having like a classical side, and then I flip it and it's like a rock, essentially non-classical side. So that's what I'll do with it. Now here, I paid $2.50 for this, and this is a 15 cassette TDK holder, and I'll just say, look, it's not sticky or anything. The leather is like never been used. The cheapest I could find this online was $10 for one, and it looked crappy. So here we go, and I really do need it because to organize your tapes. Like I said, I always want to keep all my CDs or games or whatever in cases, and so I'm going to fill this up right now with some stuff, some tapes that I have laying out. Okay, cool. So some of my tapes, but since I have 15, I did choose some here. So these are 15 tapes that I'm gonna put in here. Okay, so okay, not this one. Okay, I guess I'm playing this. I have this in some kind of tape deck, but this was two sides of Victor Borge. And see, what's cool about this one is this one has him playing like it's not his comedy. This is him just playing straight up classical music. Like, you know, he played a lot of Godowski stuff, man, and Rachmaninoff, and anyways, so that's what's so interesting about this is because he was like a really good piano player. Okay, so I got a different tape to substitute now. So this tape that I got here, this is the Sony tape. This is Brandenburg Concertos number 4 with Rudolf Serkin and Pablo Casals on tape. So, and again, man, tapes, the fidelity on tapes, for real, if you played me a clean tape on a system, played it, I wouldn't be able to tell the difference. That's the truth. Tapes, the clarity and the quality of tapes is so high, in my opinion. So, and it's higher than streaming. That's what I want to say. It's higher than streaming. You know, people complain about all this ringing in their ears and stuff. Tape ring and like that, unless you're recording from a source that's already bad. You know. So, anyways, here we go. This tape. So I'm gonna pop it out. This tape is somewhere else too. I don't know where all my tapes are, guys. Okay. All right, this is a generic tape. Okay, this is just a generic George Gershwin tape. Because I like Gershwin a lot, so I was just like a CD of him. Let's see what's on it. Who's playing? Michael Reeves. Oh, this says Jeffrey Siegel. Jeffrey Siegel's playing on one of these. Raymond Lewenthal. Okay, that's why I got this. It's because it has Raymond Lewenthal playing his piano concerto. So, yeah, so that's why they don't put it on here. They don't put it on here, but this is Raymond Lewenthal playing the Gershwin piano concerto. That's why I got this tape. So that's what I'm saying. That's why you got to like read and look all of this stuff, because it opened the tape, because you would have never known that this was a Raymond Lewenthal tape. Okay, now here got some Billy Joel songs from the attic. I like Billy Joel a lot. You know, who doesn't? So I'm trying to collect a number of his tapes as I find them. I'll just say they go every Billy Joel tape they get sold. Everybody, if you see a Billy Joel tape, someone's gonna buy it. Okay, here we go. Here's a Sony. This is Sony. This is Philip Entremont playing all the concertos, Totentons and Hungarian, all the orchestral works, piano orchestral works. Philip Entremont. He's a pianist I really, really like, by the way, and like I literally grew up on his sound on some of the CDs. Oh, and this has Alexander Brolowski and Seiji Ozawa. This is a really good tape, guys. So I haven't listened to this one yet, but that's why I bought it. Okay, so that's going in here. Okay, I got Floyd Kramer, you know, great piano player. He has a lot of records too, so I have him on records as well, but just didn't have the tape. Okay, this is Andre Segovia. I posted this on my wall. This is where he plays Ponce, Prelude or something. Hey, hold on, let me go check my food real quick. No. I don't know why I got this. I just got it because it's Bach. Nancy Allen plays Bach. And like I said, classical music on tape is a little bit harder to find. So if I can find some Bach that's interesting to me, like look, Partita number 1, and then you know I want. So that's why I got this tape. Okay, this tape is somewhere else. Okay, I got Ravel piano concertos. Mark Aggregate on tape, playing Ravel concertos. Okay, this is Mozart concertos number 19 and 20. The good one, number 20. Ingrid Hagler. I've never listened to this. I'm going to listen to this. I'll listen to both concertos. Okay, here, going back up. So this is kind of nice one. I got the Chopin Nocturnes, Guimar Novaes. And so this is why I think they gave this away, because you're unable to turn the switch. The switch for the alarm broke off, and so it needs to be opened and fixed. That's why this person got rid of this. Oh, okay, never mind, good. Whew. You can just press the button. Anyways, what I'm saying, you can press the button to turn it off, but I can't turn the alarm off, if that makes sense. So I gotta figure that out, which is fine. I still like that. I still like the clock. I like being able to flip the days like this. That's so cool. Okay, so yeah, if your Chopin Nocturnes, Novaes. Now this is a pretty interesting CD. I'll tell you, this is pretty rare. I got Giffra playing all the waltzes on tape. I couldn't believe I found this on tape. I listened to this one time. I'm just saying, like, go online also and try to type in Giffra on tape and see how much comes up of him on tape. Comes up, okay? Not very much. Here's Debussy. Oh, here's the Novaes. I guess this is the second copy to that second volume. Okay, Debussy, which is nice. Here's Aldo Sicilioni playing Debussy. Let's open it up. So this one's pretty yellowed, guys. You can see it's pretty yellowed. And that's what happens with some plastics, depending on whatever they're using. Oh, here's a Victor Borg. Okay, this is like one of his comedy shows now. So this is just like a comedy show, and then him playing the Warsaw Concerto. Which I recorded, by the way, or one of them. I recorded one of the add-ins. So I think I recorded the add-in. So for now, to fill up this last spot, since I didn't open it, I'm gonna put this Aussie in here, and that'll be in this last spot. And see, that's cool. Now all my tapes are protected, and look how cool this looks. Cool. I'm gonna take off the sticker. It's so sweet. This leather is like brand new. It's not sticky. Sometimes this old leather, if you guys know what I mean, it develops some kind of film. It gets like really, really sticky. So I'm not quite sure what that is, but this is sweet. I love this. $250. That's totally worth it to hold all my cassettes. Look at that. They're all protected. So I just wanted to let you know I had a few more tapes over there, not a lot, like 5 or 6, but I did not want to put those in the case. So let's move on, guys. What do we got? I think I got a few more things. Let me throw this away. So yeah, so I picked this up today, guys. This was $15. Here, I'm gonna put these away and I'm gonna open it up on this tray. Here, I'm gonna also try to get the camera closer so you can actually see what I'm opening, guys. So Maybe more people will want to view that way once I get the screen closer. Sorry. Yeah, it's cool. I usually send a message. This lady was checking if I was coming, which is cool. I don't mind that. It's very nice. So I'm gonna move this closer. Let's see. We're gonna adjust my camera here, guys. Ooh, that's probably way better. Let me do some stuff. Okay, so yeah, what is this? It's a Grundig TK. It's a reel-to-reel player. It's like not anything serious too. It's a portable one, but it was only 15 bucks. It works. It needs cleaning, but it doesn't seem like there's a lot of information about this online with people or videos, even on YouTube. And this is like complete with everything. It has everything. So it's like you open it up, and that's what I'm saying. It has everything. It's clean too. So I was like, man, totally worth 15 bucks because there's a lot of reel-to-reels I want to get, and I'll just be able to play around with it. So it's TK400. You can look it up. So it's got all the original manuals, which is really cool because you never get this stuff. Tape recorders for 1964. TK400U. Like no one has this, man. It was also made in the UK. It's made in the UK. So, anyways, I did plug it in. It does work. It does move, but it needs to be cleaned. So I'm not going to plug it in now, but I did see the reels move and everything. And like I said, it's clean. It's clean. I mean, if you look at any other units and stuff, so it's kind of cool. It's got volume. Again, I love that it has the counter. I can record in to this, and I might do that just out of curiosity. Probably I don't know how good it'll sound. I mean, I can't say it'll sound good or bad because the equipment, but nevertheless, just see what happens, right? So let's have this speech for music on and off. This is the on and off switch, and then you can do record or play. So I don't know, man. You got to do something to get it into this record setting. I haven't figured out exactly what it is. So you can move that left or right. So this is 4 tracks. I looked it up. It's a 4-track reel-to-reel. And it does like 2 sizes of tape or something. You can see it's limited on size. But nevertheless, I'm just cool to have it all in one unit. And it's got a speaker here. It's really heavy, by the way. So this is like, I want to say it's like a good 10 pounds, guys. It says 10 pounds. So anyways, that was honestly one of the coolest things. I don't have any reel-to-reel player. And, I want a better one, of course. I want like a vertical one, you know what I'm saying, that you hook up to your stereo. But nevertheless, just as a novelty, kind of like the record player, like that's portable, I wanted one of these. So I'm happy to get that. Let's move my camera back out. So here we go. Move my camera back out. And move this over here. I think we're running. That's it. Let me see if I got something else. Yeah, so that's it. The big ones of the days for me, guys, it was honestly this is one of the Vietnamese book because I'm gonna really use that. The Levitron, okay. So yeah, probably the Levitron is actually the one I'm most happy to. curious how much a Levitron goes for now. I'm gonna look that up, especially the Levitron Platinum. That's what that was. So this, I'm gonna charge this up and see if it makes a difference. Also, once I fix that guitar. This tackle box, probably going in my attic for now. Okay. I have one other thing, and I'm gonna post this. I can't even believe I forgot about it. That's just how much crap's on my mind. I found the find of a century, guys. Today, I'm not lying. Like, this is unfucking believable that I just found what I just found today. Okay, it's the last thing. I knew I was forgetting something. Okay, Levitron Platinum, advanced version of the Levitron. Okay. See how much they want on eBay for these. So there were a lot of different kinds of versions of the Levitron. There was like the Levitron, Super Levitron. I had the Super Levitron, I believe. That's what I had. But this is the Platinum Levitron. Anyway, so it looks like it's going anywhere from, I think some people are trying to get way too much money, but 30 to 50 bucks. Yeah, 30 to 50 bucks is what it looks like. Here's Levitron Platinum for 50. Okay, so yeah, that's cool. Anyways, I'm glad I only paid $3 now. Here's my coolest thing. I can't believe I found this, guys. And this is why I forgot about it. I put it off to the side. So I was just walking around the store again, and they just have random stuff you just got to be like looking at. And just being there, and then I went around this shelf like 8 times, and then like the 8th time I saw this book. Okay, so this is I bought this book, okay, for $3.99. This is a first edition of Bram Stoker Dracula. Okay, and this copy, dude, is immaculate as well, guys. It's a little bit bent, but I'm just saying this is printed in 1897. And go look. The cheapest this book is like $300, okay? I'm not lying. $300 fucking dollars. And some people want $15,000 for this book, up to like $20,000 for this book. So I don't know how much this. I would just say this is definitely worth a few hundred. It's definitely worth a few hundred. And I opened it up. It's this authentic. It's an authentic book. So this probably decreases the value right there. I can probably clean that up. Just looks like a little dust. It's not mold, okay? Because I watched that book lady on that show. So this is the first edition printing of this book, guys. Printed, copyright 1897. And see, it's not a reprint. This is the original. That's why it only has one date. So that's what I'm saying. This thing, go look this book up, guys. Look, no one fucking cares. You know, no one fucking cares. Or they're probably salty you didn't get it. That's what it is. You're salty you didn't get it, you didn't have it, or whatever. So anyways, but I got it, motherfucker. So anyways, I'm not gonna resell it. I'm definitely, this is going on my shelf. I cannot believe I found this book, guys, for this price, dude. So I'm just saying, go look this book up. Dracula, Bram Stoker, and remember how my book looks, and then go look up the similar prices. Okay, this is better than finding pearls. Okay, nobody's watching. There's just some stupid fucking guy, and he just like smells like shit and fish. You know that his place has got to stink because all he does is open fucking oysters all motherfucking day, just trying to get their pearls. Not to say that they aren't worth anything, but I'm just saying this book is worth more than any one of those pearls that he got. So, maybe if I pull it up here, you guys, I already took pictures of it to show you guys how much this book is, because maybe you don't believe me because I'm not showing you the pictures. So look, Bram Stoker, $850. They want $850 for this book. Okay, another person. What do they want? Same book. They want buy it now $400, starting bid $300 for this book. This person, $750 for this book. And look, their copy's crappy. Look, they want 750 books, and look at all this. My book is like brand fucking new. Okay, that's what I said. No person's copy looks as good as mine. Look, 220, same fucking book. My copy's better. Look, this is all ripped. Okay, $15,000, $20,000. This is $20,000 because it's signed. And look, just other copies of it still go for a lot. But I'm saying, look, my copy is better than that. Okay, my copy's better than any other. My book is worth at least $1,000. It is better than every other copy that I've come across online. So yeah, this is gonna stay right here for now on my table, just because it's so stellar. I'm glad to have literature that expensive on my shelf. And watch, I'm gonna post it as a short, and watch. I don't know. Actually, the shorts and stuff are really difficult to tell what gets views because I have no idea how those work. So, anyways, I will post the book because there's other stuff I want to post too as a short. But I have the video of me like finding that on the shelf, and I did not replace it this time. Literally, it was just sitting there, and I don't know why someone took it and put it back. That's what it looked like. Someone took it and put it back. And because like I said, everyone is on their phones and they're trying to flip shit. And so that concludes my stuff for today.